I have a 5-year-old razorback musk turtle who I think has a respiratory infection. I changed his tank yesterday, which was pretty dirty. He did share the tank with a goldfish for a couple of years. I let the goldfish go because the goldfish was getting very large. I don't know if he could catch anything from that goldfish, but the water was tinted an unusual color. I changed the water out, put the new water in, and that's when I started noticing the unusual behavior by the turtle, which is named Chuck. I first noticed that he wasn't eating, which is unusual, so then I started paying real attention to him, and he was keeping his face out of the water 75% of the time, just resting his head on the glass or standing on his 2 back legs just so he could keep his nose out of the water. I also noticed some mucus forming around his mouth, and just not too long ago I noticed some swelling in his eyes, so I'm almost certain that this is a respiratory infection. I do have an appointment with the vet's office on Monday. It's Friday evening. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. They could not get me in sooner. So I'm going to try some things that I read online, see if that helps, and I will let you know. Hopefully he will be okay. I've had him for quite some time, so kind of attached. I have also noticed that he isn't scaring easily from people that are messing with the tank or that walk by. A lot of times he jumps or swims away, or he would jump off of his basking area, and he's not doing that. That seems to be another sign of a respiratory infection. Here he is with his mouth open. I know he does that a lot, but usually he just stretches his mouth. This is a little bit different. And I have read that that is common with a respiratory infection as well. Just, I could be giving a lot of useless information here, but I was looking everywhere on YouTube and online for my turtle's exact symptoms, and I couldn't find them, so maybe this will help someone else. Let's see if he sneezes or anything. Also, if you haven't dove into much research, according to most of the people that I've read, their forums and advice, a respiratory infection is fatal if you don't take the turtle in to see a doctor or a veterinarian. They're quite adamant about at-home care, not healing your turtle no matter what. He has this white matter hanging off of his mouth and like part of his shell near his neck. I don't know what that is. He's been laying on his basking area a little bit differently than this, with his head all the way out. Oh, I think I noticed some swollen eyes now. I didn't notice swollen eyes yesterday, so hopefully I've caught it in the early stages of the respiratory infection. I do notice some swollen eyes, though. That was not there yesterday when I noticed all the symptoms. And then you can see some mucus hanging out of his mouth. I tried to make a vet's appointment and no one is available until Monday. It is Friday evening. So I'm going to try to keep him comfortable and do what I can at home. I've looked up some tricks online. I have removed some of the water out of the tank so it's not so hard for him to reach the surface to breathe. And I'm going to try some other things that I've read online, and I'll let you know how it goes.